The fifth inning is coming. Ethereum Classic. Block rewards are being slashed again. Ethereum Classic is a really interesting project because fundamentally it is the original Ethereum. Before Ethereum became what it is today. And miners are still there at Ethereum Classic, and the potential here is interesting because obviously after Ethereum merged, people went elsewhere. Ethereum Classic got a bunch of new miners. I want to take a look at really where this can go, and obviously I'll talk about potential risks here as well. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new here and you don't know what this spreadsheet is, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. When I did the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these coins. You could have done the same, popped $100 into them when I released the videos, sat on them for 16 months and sold them, and your total profit in that time would have been over 123 grand. Now, in under a year and a half, that is, car of your dreams, a house. You only get that in crypto. If you don't have a portfolio sorted, you need to get it done now because altcoin season's around the corner, and if you miss the start of that, it's going to be too late. There's going to be profits you never get back. So now is the time to do something about it. And if you're not sure where to get started, go to copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run. There are thousands of members on the site. They get to see my entire portfolio. Whenever I add with new coins, I tell my members what coins I'm adding in at what price. Whenever I sell, I tell my members what coins I'm selling in at what price. So there's no work for my members at all. They make the same profit without having to do any work. And like I said, if your portfolio is non-existent or full of trash, now is the time to do something about it, because if you wait just a few months, it's going to be too late. So have a look at the site, read through it all, because I have no doubt it'll be able to help you out, guys. Now, Ethereum Classic. So, look, it's been around a while, been around a good while. It's been through 2 proper bull cycles. Did pretty well in the first one. Went from like lows of $1 or so all the way up to $40. In the most recent one, it went from about $5 all the way up to over 100, 120 something. So 176. Sorry, 176 at peak. Mad. Now, Ethereum Classic is the original Ethereum blockchain. Its main function is a smart contract network with the ability to host and support dApps. Native token is ETC. Since its launch, it's aimed to differentiate itself from Ethereum, with the two networks' technical roadmaps diverging further and further from each other. Ethereum Classic first set out to preserve the integrity of the existing Ethereum blockchain after a major hacking event led to the theft of 3.6 million Ethereum. So this is the legacy chain. So the true creator of this is effectively Vitalik Buterin, the original Ethereum founder. What ended up happening was there was a hard fork back in 2016 when participants disagreed over whether to revert the blockchain to cancel out the effects of a major hack. This impacted the DAO, which had raised 150 million in an ICO a bunch of months earlier. Ethereum Classic came into being as the network which did not revert the chain. Developers state that there's no official team attached to this project and that it's a global development community. Now, there are concerns about Ethereum Classic that have to be discussed. So main concerns are scalability. They are the bloating and backward compatibility. These are constraints shared by all layer 1 smart contract blockchains. Both Ethereum and Ethereum Classic will be scalable through layer 2 systems. Backward compatibility will be solved when account versioning and Ethereum virtual machine versioning are implemented in the EVM standards in general. Bloating is a work in progress and depends on more on client efficiencies, data structure changes, and other advances. Now, Ethereum Classic has had many issues over the course of time. It's been hacked multiple times, and it is a proof of work crypto. It's a mining crypto. Now, what's positive for anyone that is an Ethereum Classic holder is the 5th inning is coming up. So that is this month. It may have already happened, actually. No, it's happening. It's estimated to be between like now and at the end of May. So all it is that the issuance rate of ETC is lower, so it's a lot harder to create. So the inflation rate of ETC is currently running at 4.26%. After the next fifthening goes down, it will drop to 3.41%. This is obviously good news for the Ethereum Classic investors and savers. So the whole premise is very, very similar to Bitcoin. Obviously, Bitcoin does halving every 4 years. So this is every 5 million blocks, which is roughly every 2 years. The payment to the miners is reduced by 20%. Hence the fifthening. Hopefully people understand that. So what that means is effectively that obviously it's becoming harder and harder to produce Ethereum Classic. As a result, this has a potential for positive price impact. Rough date is June 11th. It was between May 27th and June 11th. And how do you track the fifthening? So it's when it gets to the 20 million block. So the easiest way to track the Ethereum Classic schedule of the fifthening is to go to this website, which is @kissmoney. And it should be able to tell you where we're at. So about 74% of the ETC that will ever be mined has been mined. So the latest block. So yeah, so the fifthening has happened, right? So the next era will arrive at block 25 million. So we'll be looking at in 859 days. We are fully done with the fifthening. Obviously now it's a lot harder to produce. So again, it works off of the same premise as Bitcoin. When Bitcoin becomes harder to mine, it's more scarce. Same principle with Ethereum Classic. Obviously, there's a lot more tokens than there are Bitcoin. Now, the interesting thing here is look, miners have flocked to Ethereum Classic. The mining statistics on Ethereum Classic are pretty good, showing. Give me the Explorer, man. Mining, there we go. Yeah, mining pools. Let's just. Oh, really? Fine. Okay, fine. The mining statistics are good on Ethereum Classic. Let's just get that. Okay, so as we can see, just since June of last year, the mining hash rate has gone from 124 terahash all the way up to 170. So again, solid increase, about 50% increase or so. So again, why are miners flocking there? They think they're going to get payout. And logically, miners go where they think the money is. Ethereum Classic did do a solid previous high. Best case scenario, I think, is probably looking at a couple $100. It may well beat it. You got to understand, look, long term, it's in a long-term uptrend from high to high. So if it's going to continue that, you'd be looking at a couple $100 to exceed its previous high. Ethereum Classic is everywhere, so it's not like it's going to get an exchange bounce. The key thing really is going to be how much does momentum does it garner. There's plenty of evidence of historical evidence to suggest that in a bull cycle this will garner some attention, some positivity. As long as there's no hack or negativity around it, it should do pretty well, because obviously it has a little more competition than it once did, in the sense of Ethereum POW exists, but I don't really consider that competition. I think if you're going to go, if you don't want Ethereum because it's proof of stake, you're not going to go with Ethereum POW. You'll go with the Ethereum Classic that's got history, that's been around ages, and that is stable. So even with competition, I still think it's got a good shot of beating its previous high. $200 is probably a fair target. It's about 7x or so from where it is right now. And yeah, the team, while it's a community-driven project, things have moved in the right direction for the Ethereum Classic for the last year. We've not had any substantial issue for quite a while now, which is again very, very positive. So things look strong for Ethereum Classic. Decent shot of this doing well, especially when you consider that there are coins around that are going to have ETFs. Solana is obviously a big discussion point at the moment, but Ethereum Classic could be well in the mix of a token that becomes an ETF in the future. So one to pay attention to, especially with that news cycle, because all of a sudden rumors of a Ethereum Classic ETF will cause huge spikes in price. But yeah, I think a couple $100 is achievable. It's not going to be easy, but it's achievable. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. Guys, if you want to make the same profits as me in this bull cycle, you can do. All you have to do is head over to copymycrypto.com and join up. That's the site I run where I share my entire portfolio with my members. Whenever I add to my portfolio with a new coin, I tell my members what coin I'm adding and at what price. Whenever I sell a coin, I tell my members what coin I'm selling and at what price. So there's no work to do for any of my members, and they make the exact same profit as me. If you go onto the site, you'll see what my members have made. You'll see what I've said in the past, the successes we've had. This year is going to be exactly the same. We're in a bull cycle already. So if you don't have a portfolio sorted, get it done. Because if you wait 2 months, 3 months, altcoin season's kicked off, you're going to have missed a ton of money. So have a read at the site, verify it all, and try it out, because it may well be able to help you out, guys. And that's it from me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.